Hi there, welcome to the shop. I'm Kale. So, why is this a must-have tool in the toolbox? Let's get into that. I've got a problem to solve, and I'm going to show you how I use this to solve it. Something everybody should have in their toolbox. Hope you'll hang with me. Thanks. All right, so what's the problem? The problem is I've got a lot of these threaded inserts to put in this table, and I've been building more tables that require this kind of insert, and I don't really have a good way to have a stop on the drill bit to keep from going all the way through this really expensive table. And not to say there's not multiple ways to solve a problem. You've probably seen this before. It's a pretty good option. I don't like using it because the more holes I drill, the more I touch that tape and the more I actually drift down into the wood. So for me, this is not a good option. These are good options, these collars with Allens, but I only have one or two of them that came with like a wood doweling kit. I don't have one for every size drill bit. Like I'd like to use this 10.5mm drill bit to drill these threaded inserts. So the problem I'm going to solve is how I want to use this drill bit and don't have a collar for it. What I do have is a drawer full of nuts and bolts and old hardware and screws. And with what's in that blue box, I'm going to show you how I'm basically going to create my own collar so I can have a stop collar on a particular drill bit. So stick with me. Let's tear into it. All right. So to quote a really scary, spooky movie, what's in the box? Well, let's find out. It's a tap and die set. Nothing magical. A lot of people know about these. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I've been around them my whole life. You don't need a big kit like this. If you want to solve the problem that I'm solving today, and you know what drill bit you want to use, and you found a nut that basically doesn't have to fit super tight, but has to fit on there, and you've got a small screw that you happen to know what kind of screw it is. For example, this is a 1/4 20 screw, which tells me what the threads are. So with that information, you could cruise out to your local big box store and find a drill bit and a tap that solves just this one problem. So you can pick up these tap and die sets in pretty much every hardware store, from Walmart to Ace Hardware and all the big box stores in between. You don't need a full set. I would recommend them because they're handy for a million things in the shop. Once you have one, you're going to start drilling and tapping holes everywhere. But nonetheless, this is about $10 at the local Home Depot, and this will get your problem solved pretty quickly. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you real quick how I go about taking this nut. I'm going to pink a hole in the center of it so my drill bit doesn't wander all around. I'm going to drill a hole that's the right diameter. I'm going to tap it with a tap, and then I'm going to put this screw in it, and then I'll put it on the drill bit, and we'll be done. So let me show you that. All right, there you have it. Got a nut that fits the drill bit that I want to use with a threaded hole with a small 1/4 20 screw in there. Got it nice and tight. Be sure to do test drilling before you go into anything production or serious that you don't want to tear up. And I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please consider giving it a like and subscribe. If you want to know more about tap and die sets, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to put together a quick video on pitch guides and drills and taps and threads and all that sort of stuff. So until next time, friends, peace, love, and sawdust. I'm out.